Joris van der Steuijt, entrepreneur and co-founder of Lab 15. Joris, what does Lab 15 do?
Quite simple, actually. We help organizations to unleash their full blockchain innovation potential. And maybe that sounds it's
quite grand, yes.
Very no. So in detail, it basically means that we help them to discover use cases, understand use cases, understand the technology, and you have different phases. And some organizations, some companies, precisely know what to do, but there are also quite a lot of organizations that have a big question mark above their heads, asking, what do we need to do?
Right.
And we help them in that process.
Okay. Can you give a few examples of projects you've done?
Yeah, sure. So a very good example is with the municipality of Steuijt. It's actually a group of 6 municipalities working together. And they wanted to experiment. They wanted to understand what the impact was of blockchain on their organization. And they wanted to build a proof of concept to also test the technical feasibility of their use case. So first and that's our approach, we always spend quite a lot of time on problem definition. So we take a team of their organization, so from the municipality, and we spend about 2 days talking about the problem. Only problem. And that's extremely frustrated for people because they like to talk solution. They want to build this, they want to build that, but only when you have a very clear definition of the problem, you're able to solve it.
So you've worked with government,
Yeah.
but you yourself are a young company.
Yeah.
How does the interaction go? What are the takeaways from those kinds of projects?
It's a good question because we serve multiple industries, both financial and real estate, government. So you end up in very different environments. And to be really honest, we expected a very old-fashioned group of people. We expected quite a tough program, but it was very easy. They were very enthusiastic and driven, and so it was not hard at all.
Well, that's good
So
news.
that was a surprise. Yeah.
Okay. While working on those projects, do you use one platform exclusively, or which blockchain technologies do you?
Most of our projects all start with experimentation. So in my opinion, it's not so important which technology or platform you use, because it's about understanding the concept, knowing what the problem is, then defining the value, and then building it into a product. And for that we use Ethereum, Ethereum testnet, to prove the case, to prove the technical feasibility.
Okay. But you're not limited to Ethereum per se. So it depends on the use case and the solutions.
No, not at all. I think that, and the topic of today is funding. And I compare funding with technology. It's both a means to an end, right? And with technology, you don't pre-select the technology before you know what to build. Right? You select your technology that best solves the problem you're addressing.
Great. So let's take a look forward to the upcoming blockchain hackathon. What do you think a team should focus on to have the best experience during the hackathon?
Validation. Very important to understand what the sponsors are looking for. Because in the end, they will be the judge or the jury that gives you the credits for it, right? So really understand what their problems are, what they want to achieve, and think about the concept before you start coding. Validate your concept before you start coding.
Any tips on how to best validate? Is it a simple means of asking questions?
Questions. Yeah. Yeah.
And more questions.
And no assumptions. Assumptions are the mothers of all fuck-ups.
There we go. Thank you very much.